don't hear back where they in Chester non Kunobo paper, EPJ one, Yebekoswada, in Yumekwa Hodo, say St. Andrew's College, or more a remedial school, no more healthcare, or Honum T. On numbers had been your money 0244 69 69 11 and 020 789 1004. Now what team ni one Eddie in Kitahon. In the healthcare no 2-year nursing a year training. Now what me about bonting fully qualified. And I feel so strong so na say a how can see a bem which is a Otrona more than 1 or 2 senior. Novdec registration with St. Andrew's College, Ultimate Remedial School. No, so how you know, be free of preoccupy at the amount. Ma, Miss Anka will be able to say, or no, sir, or healthcare media to him, and there were CD capsules and an ointment, CD capsules and ointment. There, you know, and it's a ointment, you know. A idea airborne pediana bra upon or posio, and after capsules, you know, as an immune booster. Na bibia timako woni ti ankasa de mechese opedodo na ankasa tua Lashibi Shalom Sport one be 19 junction ho ana betibenya dodo na ankasa atu frɛ won wo 0209 682 836 0505 767 425 na wotimi ne wona di inkita hu ye mampon hima na hima no pɛ mama wachi edweso hima na hima no pay machiao ana fi mikrom ahema ho nyina titu ye edutwum amosa onso machiao na oma hene buman kama ono hima na oma hene eye tetete onso no ba hima nyina na pay kuru anum ya chiachiam wo kwanso nkuso ebra so se disa nkomo no hanum say quickly maminka obiom so say Nyame Adoma, join me this Sunday. Our Apostolic Empowerment Ministry or Dan Schumann. Abraham de worship night. A man for coming home the worship night abroad on the occasion of on my birthday. It's on the 17th, but Sunday it's a dedication and thanksgiving to God. Our apostolic empowerment. But for God. That continues to be the slogan, but for Christ, who continuously show mercy and favor. And as I said, I said that's so Edeman. Join me this Sunday, 5:30 to 8, and it's a worship night to give thanks and praise to God, our apostolic empowerment ministry. So, Apostle Salasi Adai. One asofo ahodo nyina no medamase for this great opportunity to thank God and thank him well. Well, Mamema, former member of parliament for Adenta, and then director in charge of special duties, NDC, era. Kojo Edu Asari Emmanuel Akwaba. You come on. It didn't come off air. It didn't come on.
Oh, and but
you have life.
Oh, of course.
The most important thing.
Exactly.
The
Bible says, let everything that has breath praise the Lord. And you know, once
what's our life, no?
Exactly. I can only give praise to God.
So it's a question of global, not limited to Ghana.
Oh, sir, we have a pandemic on our hands as local, and a lot of things from progressing normally. So, you know, of course, it calls for reorientation, recalibration of so many things. It is a moment, you know, every government, depending on how badly pandemic now affected one for as I speak to you, Germany, just it's really crazy there. I think they are having their third wave of the pandemic. Almost just so that they can hold the whole thing down. America is doing its own in terms of vaccination. Every country is under a certain pressure. Thankfully, as a country, even though there was our pressure, it's not as bad as others.
So it's been managed well?
I don't want to say that because we are just, I'll say the whole continent of Africa is blessed in a certain way because as in terms of this pandemic.
But you're a Bible-believing person. Blessing will not just come for coming sake. It comes through people, and then
so
when
you bring the Bible in, then that means that people in Africa might be praying so much, say, the intervention of any individual or any government.
But my wisdom.
Say,
grant you wisdom.
To do what?
In crisis, how to manage.
So what is it that they are doing that Germans, they are doing in Ghana that Germans are not doing? Do you understand? That's the question you should ask. Probably, I think Germans are even doing 3 times or 10 times what we are doing in terms of this virus. Because all the protocols issues are being adhered to and all of that. I mean, I sure say, if even the second strain now, any third strain as they are even talking about, it be hiti, I'm not sure, say, you bet me, holding notice and holding it. So we should be grateful. Countries like Brazil are just reeling under so much, your friends say. And then Brazil, any times 10.
Your good leadership, besides beyond the prayer.
It's not about good leadership. I mean, please, what is good leadership? It is more like
measures that have been put in place and continue to be put in place.
Lockdown, is it not measures? But you see, you can be overwhelmed by a situation, not necessarily because be extraordinary. Do you understand? And for me, like I said, it's not entirely a Ghanaian problem. It is an African issue.
So then you buy into the argument, you say, because we are not in normal times, it's affecting the economy, not because of bad leaders or bad managers, because the system and the times that we find ourselves in are very tough times. Can we say that too?
You see, the reason why we say there's bad leadership is how we wasted the little that we have. Do you understand? Sa wave na last year, if God forbid, say be a 2 years this year, we cannot hold ourselves the way we did last year, because ye need such can be sa the stabilization fund was then 250,000 you could ED you could February.
I
use my. Do you want to change my
words?
Why are you changing my words? I'm talking about. Me see, me na me come and say. Me see, ye ko yidi. Then ye ko see down na ye ko see us. Ye we chop the money.
Ye mining see.
Ye don't hear then. Then ye di see. Tell me, Master. Let me be honest with you. $250 was $1 million a year di kwa. Number 2, 100 million a year from your friends World Bank plus a 36 million they give earlier. 136 year di. 1 billion from World Bank. The other one is what? IMF. Year di. Yeah, 22 billion Ghana cedis. What the dollar terms, you are talking about 3-point-something billion dollars within that period. Meanwhile, revenues from taxes for just 1 year. Okay, for just 1 year, you could try to seek out 222 billion. You understand? Ask yourself. That's why I'm asking you. Say, that's training now. a surge na yenya last year no nyame mpengu na se bi see there. Tell me where we are going to get all that support from to manage such a situation. Oh, here more won't behave to say ya at all. You sow so that tomorrow you can reap. So 250 now you go yidi no. Obi na de to ho. Thinking about the future, knowing say problems like this could have come up. It is a ba'apa, unless this government, me bibi a why said and here 100 million da baby why investment we are bet me go use 100 million ABA free. Rather, a year bill they got 3 billion only a few weeks ago. Even for your children to come and pay. Zero coupon. Zero coupon, what you say? Say, ya, won't ya capre ene as interest. But that woman who be who kono no mutia saskana who waba be dia sorry akon. This is the government we are talking about. I can say oma yeden, oma manage system. I mean, they are piling you can say agony for the future of our own children.
They are
piling up agony because they can't die anymore. So him as at now you're dead to GDP. So him baby and issue here by Mra call Yasempa OBC yes is it not true sir there have been projections of your GDP growth friend say debt to GDP for the next 3 years on the IMF website. Is it not true that is there? Now you know where we are heading as a country. And you can say about low income level. It's not there. Cancer. But everything, the trajectory shows that you are almost there. If you are not there yet, everything shows say this is where you are heading. So your 0.9 growth. And would it be a pandemic? Meanwhile, this country was on a trajectory of a nosedive before this pandemic set in. But because as a pandemic, most of countries around us have grown better than us. Okay. It is a irresponsible government. Now say forgetting say you are going to fight for another term. And when you win that term, as I said, life is still a core. So, and then the next moment you surface with taxes that you yourself came and told Ghanaians, said, we are moving from taxation to productivity. Where is the productivity?
Okay.
Where is it?
No questions, but remember, Honorable Mr. Kwaba. Oh, Kwaba.
Yeah, I'm going.
But you always appear before the judges. And I know one of the trademarks of lawyers in self-restraint. Because if you're not a lawyer about you disagree. But also, the message so Okasa Oman is space.
I'm waiting for one
to just talk.
Then self-restraint no, judge no, or moderate no. Obi kasam na amfano konda obi bisan
say judge no man kwano kasa wi
mese say obi kasam na say onya no kono da
o hwa me say
judge no obisan na matena ma hwa asam o kan na bisan wi zero coupon no chere zero coupon definition of the is it correct?
That's not it.
So why didn't you ask him?
Me catch it say so we na asama
nchesi sia we wi ntama man kasa na manyim ka na min na no ono onfa nkesi bibia. You see, no corner or a croupe 2020, a summer or two, you are say Fandanina. Biani. No, ya. What has Symbia Wama? Heritage Fund, Stabilization Fund. Why any oil revenue been added to for the future? Oil no one or discover. In fact, when President Kufuor or channel or GMPC one focus into discovering oil rather than doing farms, and other activities are on your one core function. What the Oya Parliament as discovery, what did they describe it? Thank you very much. And they have the audacity to talk about the fruits from that work. Many problem. It is a pandemic AC. Yen revenue, why impacted? Global value chain now why disrupted. Lives of Ghanaians are at risk. A ban for parliament not get the permission to spend money to protect lives and livelihoods of Ghanaians. I bet now I complain. Yeah, do you know how much money other countries have spent? Trillions. Osanda Dama His Excellency the President Keno. Unkwa ewa nimpolo ntumumbo.
But bringing back
the economy day. Ono ebutum ya then ya osanda ya bi da. Now it was I don't know to chroma. Next time I'm on space war majority side one caucus. Ewa only to your right. I'm on tonight because now one mode of argument in the class.
Oh my God.
You've been in this country and the economic performance chairman the abysmal economy is Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo Naban or inherited. Documented. Fact. Check the economic growth numbers between 2017, 2018, 2019. 2020. Yes, because of COVID, it's been impacted. And Obia admit, it's not only Ghana. In fact, young growth projections initially IMF were projected. We did better. As your projections for 2021, 22, 23, we are going to rise up to the above 5% growth rates that we were generating prior to COVID. Now, as your economy, now the competent Ghanaian, Kanoforata, now His Excellency the Vice President as Chairman of the Economic Management Team, war manager. Can you compare? Of course, expenditures related to COVID were necessary to protect lives. Now, say Ghanaians, pandemic no, aban one yen shishaya obotum we protect Nkofu. Nkofu will lose one jobs. Schools that were at home, Moframa Wofie. Must say, lockdown 2 weeks. Studio. That time the parliament was still in session. Young men are custom. A common one. Also, that the structure of your economy is said that many of these people live from day to day. And see, the Bobokako hustle has been closed. Exactly. They were starving. Look at how government managed our COVID. Such that globally you receive accolades. I won't quote saying the
accolades from who?
Oh, I won't get an user.
Mention one name.
All the assessments that have been done by the WHO, by the IMF, World Bank.
Honorable Edward Sayam, how do we follow there?
Ghana, management of COVID.
In fact, to the extent,
exemplary.
Hold on a bit. Yes, to the extent that I think there was a quotation from. Is it the World Bank?
World Bank, yeah, yes, Director General of the World Bank.
Yeah, something. Yeah, there was a quotation.
And see, these are matters of fact. Look, share. Let me say, share. Omahini. Ghana space, you are. Yamin Kuti noni Adodanko Akufo-Addo Bopem as Omampin at this time. Osande, yeni anum NDC fo, we bu emanida. In fact, with oil discovery in commercial quantity, what started oil production in 2011, a GDP growth rate or increased it to 14%. That was when you were in government. Consistently, you declined that to 2.4 in 2016 when you left.
That's not true.
That's a matter of fact.
That's fact. That's fact.
Fact.
That's fact. Yeah.
Consistent decline. Wabra, them oil discovery, President Kufuor wasn't born yet discovery. What started Nuhun Juma 2011 what commercial production. Only serve as a catalyst to grow this country and maintain a certain growth rate levels and by now. But what did you do? All the actions that you did in 2012, the expenditures that you incurred, as if to say there was no tomorrow, because you wanted to win the election at all costs. That was the beginning of our problem.
What do you have to show?
Now, yeah.
What do you have to show?
Amahini. Between any and the Wasu Abodo, also Ghana, where IMF, where they are downgrading and now we are categorizing as a lower middle income.
Where we are headed towards.
How are we headed for a place that we've been since 2007? Amahini. Ghana, yen categorization with the IMF band. It's a low middle income, poor country.
What are you saying?
Yes, that's where we've been since 2007.
Which one is low middle income? Which one?
The lower middle income is the World Bank categorization.
But is that what we are talking about? Are we talking about lower middle income?
But you have been a poor country.
Are we talking about lower middle income?
Chairman, but IMF one categories in terms of the per capita income we use or different from the World Bank. IMF since 2011 I was starting the way them data compilation, fiscal data comparisons has always graded Ghana as a low income country.
Have you accepted
Fact.
that?
Mr. IMF
Have you ever
categorization.
accepted that and said that over?
No.
However, every Thomas Mama you tweet and a pair. He posted it 9 hours ago that the acceptable benchmark is what the World Bank does, which grades Ghana as a lower middle income country. That has not changed. Osende, how do you calculate the per capita income of every country? What's your GDP? No, we divide them by your total population. Obia, what he gets is what is used as the benchmark. Consistently, our GDP has been growing, except that because of COVID, it grew by 0.9% in 2021. But consistently, 2017, 2018, 2018, we grew averagely 6%. You were doing 2.4 when you were in government. If you guys have the audacity to even open your mouth and talk, on your audacity, because we record no for all to see.
But records no.
No record the bottom that compare MPA record.
But home quite with Mikasa.
Oh, now
where are we now? Where are we now? Where are we now?
Where are we now? No, we are starting.
Where are we now?
Right now,
what do you have to show for all that you've done?
What is the meaning of that question?
That is all I'm talking about. Then I asked the question, say, so China, Sami, see last year, BC, 100 million, you can find him crying at the IAB. And then you say, oh, yeah, Papa,
100 million, I can do a World Bank. World Bank won't do.
Unsusu say sisi asomman hefa na ejina efisa wonyi ni sese nyame mpengu
yes
bibia ensem fata se second wave third wave bi ba yentimi nyina kona no because isi kasema to sin
you see what you say your heritage fund no ye dia to ho say dachi
no but situation Ghana ko mo nya challenge with ye ko
ni ufu say America say be producer last 3 weeks almost release 1.9 trillion. 1.9 trillion. Say ya nchiche.
Emma
Kuruma. Ufu so omu nibia anko omo kwa kofa wen. Nibi sa. Omu nibi in a reserve of a year obi atransi adwen hu say dachi bibi betimi asia. Ye betimi
no one don't get the Miss America one purpose. They are borrowing to fund that.
That is not true. Borrowing from who? From who?
No. But US
from
they
who?
go to the market to raise bonds.
Tell me, they are borrowing from
They're raising bonds.
What is your problem?
They're raising bonds. In fact, America owes China more than any country on this
world.
So what are you talking about?
How about Drasa?
Yes.
Who say, Yankasa to the issues. Lady Kai, America. We are seeing now. On the China car.
You see,
don't even bring that in. Car is a different thing. And no just say, the car, your investment. What are you talking about? That is what you are talking about. I'm talking about the fact, say, America place money into an investment. Why are you blocking me? Me see, America took money invested that money for the knowing said there will be bad times. Trump, when this issue came up, this pandemic came up, only first person on mass stimulus maybe 100,200 he shared. When you buy 1,400, watch it check. Ufu says Asika no okobo or China, okobo busa or China, and or the there is an investment. They also think say your properties, your assets, you will say you better invest for that. But borrowing to support economy and other things is a different trajectory. Yes. At the time, I know this are 250 million any heritage fund now you are 200. Yam koba busia. Me bisa wasem give me an answer.
Yes, as you change as of Maya. And you find we Mushenko baby.
Nay, I'm a stimulus package. Am I two? Am I free water, electricity, no stimulus? No, maybe so. No,
because you can compared to what the
but you admit that there was a stimulus.
How much money?
But you admit.
What is the total of that money?
But you admit.
This year budget, what kind?
But you admit.
And you know how much they kind of say
America must stimulus package. $1,500, $500, $1,200 depending on the range. I buy with so they say Ghana holding. Yeah, but yes, you're the issue in Kenya was sent back.
See how
train. Young can say
we say Obi Maunsu, say as you sit here, Obi Maunsu. You are paying electricity, you are paying water, so don't bring that water in. Pandemic need a free move. Are we out of it? America, they are in. Last year, I made Trump the amount. Biden used to buy only said they are in the pandemic, so they've given some more. Right, this is a government that rather is fleecing on the people.
All right, okay, so
now, American stimulus you over twice.
This is Trump gave some
one,
and then Biden is also giving one.
Twice.
So what is your
problem? 1 plus 1 or 2. What is what happened from April to December?
Are we out of the pandemic?
Every month,
Are we out of the pandemic?
Of course.
Are we out?
Our economy has
Are we out? And you are taxing the people.
Hold on.
At least if for nothing at all. If for nothing at all, you are taxing the people. Even for baller.
Now, whoa. When you are in government, and I hate to do this, honestly, America there say wakasa iwa, wonsusu na wonka, because you did not have any pandemic.
Ebola was what?
Oh, Ebola was a pandemic.
It was what? Because it was properly managed. This one, our president brought it.
Oh, Debbie.
Our president brought it from Norway to the country. What is this? Now you're is it not true?
It's not true.
That the president's plane from Norway brought 2 passengers that had COVID? Is it not true?
No, prior to that.
Maybe so. Is it not true that the president plane brought 2 passengers that had COVID and were the first reported cases? What are you talking about?
The plane in Wumbia.
I don't know what person young can
do. Plane the Monday first and the people were on board.
I don't know what young can do crazy.
Rather than a coupon.
Is it not true that Mimbo didn't
proud to the so-called allegation you are making? Not COVID nigga.
No, he.
No, me busa. You cannot recall.
You tell me. Maybe South said now you are report until that plane landed.
No, me busa says now unim.
Me nim. Masa me no nyina na okrom ha.
No, the busa they don't team as you. Me say proud to these allegations I'm making.
And your allegation, and yet true. If you don't want to accept it, maka. I've said it.
Me ba. Me trim home free who say nipa binimo sa na mo.
Yet 2 cases. Yeah. Ewo Kolebu. Now Satana me da Kolebu.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We had 2 cases.
That's all I want to say.
Okay, but that 2 cases was a hoax.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
It was a hoax. So you say some Chinese bills, Brazilians, Argentina, or whatever. Okay. They later came and announced, and yet the very 2 that came, the Norwegian ambassador and 1 other person.
Okay, no
problem. We buy.
Rather than a coupon. Now, more about Quanya.
This is the truth. Why? What is this?
Economy in some is in capable hands. Ozande say hwe Juma His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo Naban with over the past 4 years. Wotumi wo yi economy free. Hawa ye nuanom NDC for yeno kwekeshim. Wo putting on the pedestal. We're on the verge of taking off. COVID bebo boom. And one now we the medjuma. And one now the will come hara. And one now sooner. Yamina Adom, His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, the management of the economy not that one the same. In time, very, very hopeful. We share 2021 budget, short, medium term plans, policies, programs are willing out to build this economy back out of COVID onto its feet through the Obatan Pa Cares program. I'm hopeful. And Marshall be the one yabuter. Na ejumane de omampenyin na mpemfo oguda woye magana fina wo nyawo faso.
I see. What's the meaning of PURC's their review of tariffs? What does it mean? Proposals?
Well, in chair or your scheduled program every year biano utilities will submit one proposals to Public Utilities Regulatory Commission. And one na where assessment of them proposals where some public engagements na based on some factors one number was spelling out would determine whether there or the prices of particularly water and electricity will stay be more no another or no cost. And the PURC will indicate the utilities no submit one proposals and we'll go through the motions. Now hopefully by July, I believe them time and tariff reviews no usually over. Now you whether the cost na the on cost.
Okay.
Of course,
sure. Quickly. Ministry of Health, 12 March 2020. For immediate release, Ghana confirms 2 cases of COVID-19. Fellow Ghanaians, the Ministry of Health has confirmed 2 cases of COVID-19. The cases were confirmed on the 12th March 2020, and the first cases to be reported in Ghana. Laboratory results of the 2 confirmed cases were received at the same time from the Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research. Both individuals returned to Ghana from Norway and Turkey. So these are imported cases of COVID-19. Both patients are currently being kept in isolation and are stable. We have initiated processes for contact tracing. I wish to assure all Ghanaians that the government of Ghana, together with all health partners, will continue to work assiduously to ensure the situation is contained. We wish to encourage every Ghanaian to take care of their health and that of their families by adhering to the following precautionary measures, and we know it's signed. Minister Adom for Health. So 2 first confirmed cases imported from Turkey and from Norway.
So how does that
which 2
negate?
people were on the Norway?
How does that almost play on the buy?
No, but this is Turkey
I'm
and
asking
Norway.
you, me say how much play near the buy. So
what
what is the problem?
President Oko Turkey and Norway, none of offer Turkey, offer Norway.
Oh my, you see, what you are doing, it won't change anybody's mind.
No.
Yeah, until
we have to speak to the fact.
I am also telling you,
no.
You have not told me which plane brought the importer. You haven't mentioned the plane to me.
I have read this from the Ghana.
Did you mention it? Does not, Master. Government or on Kanukre every time. Is that what
you are saying?
Oh, please.
That mom we didn't cry and say Ghana for.
Master, please. No,
but that's what you're referring.
No, Master, government doesn't always say the truth. That is the truth. No credit that will bet me say, and they don't come and hit you with the truth.
One government.
Do you understand? And I make a trial. We see they won't come and tell you which plane brought them.
Amani.
Okay.
Me uncle and Asamido. Okay. Now, ECG, one managing director, will make a suggestion be the we hear sika more. Now we two was on ejuma. And was then ECG for union NDC for power. Or contract electricity. ECG to yakao. But PURs were more pass them cost of them electricity would you know to now. Osande or your excess capacity. Use. Mama can at my father.
Yes, people.
Chow na can Masana the data no. Madaso. Money. ECG, one revenue we're collecting now, it comes to about, in 2020, it came to about 1.813 billion. And now, fixed capacity charges. Power our contract, I only say so, sound so, able to yakao. On kotin, 1.01 billion. Now, one full payment.
Also, one so.
Oh no, SO and so I fixed capacity payments. SO and so able to yakao. Osande
Reason being
that assign the take or pay agreement with the independent power producer. Ma based on the take or pay no wako bobosa other basic plant no other mo. Inti say ehia power na ono oho ehia oho edo de tuankaw. NDC. Full payments in Kotin $711 million. Operational expenditure in Kotin $576 million. Now one capex, now debt service on the soil 139 million and 202 million.
Source
Oh, what bank?
Okay.
We are data no they are no aim them more.
All right.
And no more revenue, yes.
And now one collected revenue. All this in total. A more total figure no. Amani, all this in total comes to 2.068 billion.
And no more revenue, yes.
And now revenue, collected revenue, 1.8 billion. And so there's a shortfall of 1.17.
Okay.
Only.
Yeah.
Was it 2.9 billion?
Oh, this is power generation cost. Of course, other operation expenditure, capex, no debt service, no non-count. Power generation cost no go to 2.068, of which 50% capacity charges.
And I also revenue, yes.
Collected revenue 1.813.
And 1.8.
Missing other cost.
So the math is wrong.
Such that
So the math is wrong.
No,
the math is not wrong.
No,
I'm saying that.
Wait. Revenue and expenditure.
Wait.
And I'm saying a question. I'm saying.
Amani.
What about 1.7? And I'm saying wrong.
All the costs that are associated with the ECG one revenue only blue one. This is the revenue.
So what is the revenue and what is the cost? So that we
able to my calculation, no. Total power generation consists of fuel payments, varying O&M, and then fixed capacity charges. Comes to 2.68. Then they have other costs, 576, 139, and 202. Out of this, they only collect 1.8. That leaves a shortfall of 1.17.
Fees cost no is it
chief
what machine and basic question am be say machine now so we way 1 year earlier machine now every year auto machine no so
there be auto machine
until other now building the total cost no on the
fixed capacity charge no every year it's for the tenure of the contract and now fuel every time you purchase. These are factual costs.
There are certain costs
now,
that are recurrent.
What caused this?
That's the question I'm saying.
Osande, ordinarily, nka power ye here no, ono na what no what you know ska no de tua kaw.
Esla sika ye de.
Okay,
Chief. Chief.
Esla sika ye de.
Mama address no.
What is this supposed to do?
Mama address.
You say mon kanu kra na say the truth and be free. What is Esla meant to do in the face of all of this?
Energy sector levy, you remember how to boss it. Why?
Time no so.
Oh, there was it.
What try on kika san when you now see say ya boke boy ya ndwi kwa e be fa so get ya. You see Esla what is he supposed to do? What have you done with it?
All about that side. Money we na sema.
Amane. Yen peak demand
27
peak. Yes, so light to Ghana na kim. Oh yeah, between 2010 and 2020, we rise around 3,000. Data no
I know.
2015 to 2020, contract I was signing added more than 2,500 onto it. That 2,500 in the ECG has to pay for it when it cannot sell to the consumer. Into one capacity charges. No, no one cost ni nano. Their revenue cannot, under any circumstances, meet it. That's the problem. Because PURC takes the position that, hey, consume what's in the fear can only be made to pay for what he has consumed. Not what your contractual obligations are.
So the contractual obligations, they say SS is in the India.
Thank you very much.
Whether you
use it or not, you pay. That is the kind of arrangement that our friends.
Probably the focus was that Ghana needs to extend electricity.
At all times, Ghana needs to extend electricity. But Ghana, yen demand forecast is available that every year, yen demand is going to increase by about 200 megawatts. Inti Abanibia or plan Ibiano has to plan with that 200 megawatts plus on reserve.
4 years.
Give or take over the period.
4 years. Have you done anything?
It will be.
Plan and why it
will be. Muhu appropriate adjective can use. Reckless on Nana Dodanko Akufo-Addo's government to add more capacity when what you did between 2015 and 2020, we are not consuming but paying for it. Say you should bow your head in shame. Indeed, at a certain point in the future, we may need and even have to increase the capacity.
Okay.
But between then, 2015 and today, in fact, power, what contracting now is only 2020 that we've at about 10 megawatts into it. Blew in a without using it. So ECG is suffering. As a Esla. Now na
person for 20 minutes.
Esla Energy Sector Levies Act. I will pass it. At the time, in 2015, that was when you started contracting this power. It was intended to pay off legacy arrears, particularly in the fuel space, that had been contracted over the years. That was the purpose of Esla. Nana Dodanko Akufo-Addo not be extending because of these problems that you had left. To make sure that some of these bills are paid and put in a certain control space. Now to the significant point. Remember,
a structure was put in place.
Structure was put in place
of some of these legacy.
Legacy. This was new obligations that were contracted at the time.
No problem, by intent.
Which intent? The intent I've told you was to pay off.
Which one is your own intent? Which one is yours? Which one is your party's intent to pay that?
Our party's intent is to manage the sector such that Ghanaians will have reliable
That
power.
is the light off we are having now.
Thank you. I'm glad that it makes that point.
That's the light off we are.
Question that I ask is this. Say, Aban power no, so you so when you so obotu. And we have excess of almost 2,500 that will pay whether we use or don't use. Why would the government keep it?
Okay, so whatever that's
and see, the rationale that is being given by the ministry, that indeed it is great stabilization program are rolling out to ensure that power no yet to deliver efficiently. I'm a consumer no cannot be forced. Unlike when they were in power.
Let's start with Esla. Esla no, you see, yes, you are investing in the power generation sector. There's a see to be too high. You did be too high.
Mr. Time will pass Esla the one starting them contracting.
What is your problem? What is your problem?
What is my problem? My problem is that you are not speaking the truth.
Okay, I'll cede all the time for
me.
You.
I don't want it. Go ahead.
I cede all the time for you. Let's say what you want to say. What kasa 20 minutes? Yeah, but kasa.
I cannot quite.
Wow. Mobile no. Sika ye jino kakran weji say ye jiji ne bo ano a we are power for no ni ama we kakra ama what times sika no nyina de akwa hedge agi sika boom ba ko bisa say sika no de boom na mo je no once no. What did you do with it? Body na yen wa de amode sa boom sika ba ko no mo de ye. That is relates to energy. That's one. Your friend is saying, Millennium DND cover PDS by Sa Sikano Moji Ede Bano. A B was supposed to go to Gridco. Also, the bay or a friend is saying, lines here. Yes, I see a Sisani, Yakaka, America for Aji Omsika back. 190 million, which you could have had some 2 to 3 years ago. Nanka modia yes, Jumayin kakran ne doom soya ya bemui. If you had started that work, if you had obtained that money and had that started 3 years ago, and can ne sa do so we, it wouldn't be where it is as we are talking about. Now you are having to look for other sources to raise money for Gridco to do a work that munya sika free money.
To have catch the and stop now. Allow. Because Gridco, one funding was not affected by the PDS termination.
No, maybe allow.
But that's a fact.
Which one is a fact?
No, but power expansion of why it's not a part of the media money.
It you know a ineptitude, okay, and their own lack of transparency with the Millennium Challenge account. And the mass had 190 no, you bet jikoye free. Jibasika we fire first improve our energy system. Now one kasa be would near anyone to be any some it may be an knee and fata and say. And akofa sa problem we nyina ediaba ene sa sika no yachi assign. Now you've had to look for extra money from other sources. Yeah, instead they need sa sika no down. So inti adia anka obetimi aye no across board no.
Why?
But muma nyina disrupting the
what's your
program.
problem?
No.
He's our host and he has to pay attention
And
to
the moment information what's your
Mr.
problem?
You are distracting him.
Mr.
I don't know.
That's all tear me. You are bad. Come out, Kasa on tear and who say you will be they try to find ways to
as Esla Bonnie at the end. I'm going to check on G. No, can enjoy the
No, now somebody you conjure papers.
Oh, we conjure
papers to Parliament. And I'll ref. We become IMF. And I'll ref.
And then come on sanction here.
Huh?
And come on sanction and that way time our power.
Who be Sammy?
Yes, when you empower.
You see, you people, you know how
false
to cook
document
figures.
to IMF.
We say
you were sanctioned.
You know how to cook figures. To the extent that this year.
So you cook figures. Why the IMF won't sanction
22 billion. At the Parliament.
Have you read the Bank of Ghana statement? Have you read the statement from the Bank of Ghana?
10 billion has been approved for you. Not
Have you read the statement from Bank of Ghana?
22 billion. Which statement? Which statement? We all heard them. Sabi saying, "Who know how does that sound to you?"
No.
Sabi, you think we are stupid? It is our money.
No.
It is our money.
No.
And yeah, so they can do anything and come and throw sand in our eyes. We won't take that.
No, you might disagree.
Me say, it doesn't make sense. That is all I'm trying to tell you.
Debbie. Wadaroma.
Master, we take parliament for granted.
No, Wadaroma.
Come and say all kinds of things because Ghana,
Debbie,
then members of parliament are not worthy to be there.
They are not worthy to be there.
Of course, to be in parliament.
They are not worthy to be there.
Because you can censure people when they bring false documents.
No, if you are in the process.
You are in the process.
Because you know.
Because you don't have any basis for the allegations that you are making.
You can do anything. Oh, yes, our statement. Parliament.
File a motion for censure.
Do you understand?
I dare them. Let them file a motion for censure.
When the Bank of Ghana made that statement, Parliament was rising.
We were still in session.
Okay, it will be sure say that issue will be
won't file a motion for censure.
So you see, these are people who know how to cook figures.
Figures cannot be cooked.
Who know how to cook figures?
The institutions of state, they come as a
Master, here. Now, who say, Sebi, who sorry, now because say 1 emu
2 packs.
A pack of food for 2 weeks. Okay, now the Kosia Bakwato, so now we are because 54. You know what 54 million Ghana cedi is in old cedi terms? Do you know? 54 billion. Meba.
But who can't say Macadiesi?
Now they want to TV. Didn't you watch TV? Who a number now? Who was? Tell me a number. Mention it. A number now who was? Mention a number. Say a fish or say a meat or say a chicken. Mention it to the viewers. You tell me.
I hosted the minister here.
So you didn't see the meat.
No, in relation, are you talking about what? You said a more any question as in a kind.
Me see a more. And then watch it. And now you
are doing additions. We have Dokuna sardine. We have wache with sardine.
And Mona made me who that the rice.
But the woman came to say, Nipa binimusu ye charity. I yet to say they are buying. Please. Please.
You see, as you are talking as if some of us are stupid.
Oh,
do you understand? That is what you are talking as if some of us are stupid. Because me are critical.
No, but
me, and some of us, you think we sat down.
No, the minister
ask Mamie for us. Minister not to tell me. Minister not to me in trouble because he's talking to the public. Master, ask Mamie for the deputy minister, deputy women organizer.
Madam Kate.
No, Mamie for Sechedu.
Oh, okay.
But she has said, we cooked and when Elvis and Co. We all did her charities. When President Mahama so kuta boxes with other things packed in it, or chiche, who will be MPP or chiche boxes. Me say who are training baby on who be you friend say o man hin kwabena santi.
Mame Fuakutu.
Me say who be. And your bicycle. Sure. Master, these people, don't trust them. Me say a move for 2 weeks. You be see na ya frɛ kaya ye. Na ya to emuno na mu ko ho. Ye be hwe na mu na tete agu fam. That is what they were doing. Ubeche emunsu keke. You are so inept, you didn't even know how to share it. You have your friend saying this assemblyman in every area. All you needed to do was to look for these assemblymen and give this to them. Say, Charlie, who area? Map up a strategy. Only unit committee members. Mo de ba teacher and mo amana so obiaso. Now time and mo the good track mu and you go see trotro station. Now watch mo amahwana. These are the people who are talking about spending 54 million Ghana cedis. That is about 540 billion old cedis. If you can say 1 billion Ghana old cedis, we have 100,000 Ghana cedis. Ask how many rice packs it can serve. Okay. And these are the people who are telling you, say, they use Ghana's money wisely. What you say? In so, go and take the bill for the entire 1 year. no muma is sansuo. Now you say yes.
All right.
Go and check.
Mr. Wrap-up.
Say yes. Number 2, go and check. Say electricity bill half. Yes. Compared to monies that they have expended in the last 1.5 years. Even hotel bill. Hotel bill. Let me finish.
Mr. Wrap-up.
Master, I'm on start you.
Mambo to studio.
Me see.
Mambo to studio.
No, I don't quite want me from
Me see.
You
When I hear late to any of business.
Wrap-up.
When I hear late, me baba me come out with final issue. Why you cry me here lusu? Me thought you talk. I'll come back.
You're not coming back.
No, I will. Me kaya me come.
I mean, na MPP abani extra accountability. Not at all. In fact, say yenianum NDC fu, particularly on our parliament. What's it, for instance, the Bank of Ghana, where da kuhisama. Umbrano is clear that obi ababa parliament obe provide information or your force biano able to file application to get him removed. And that's why 137. So what is stopping them?
I say it's early days yet.
As a accountability. Now, Minister of Finance, on all this, no, on our spending officer, Auditor General,
Auditor
Service,
the one who promised to audit the COVID account. And you don't know
or promised about audit.
He told you, sir, he will audit. He will make sure that expenditure be on COVID. You know, you should have the receipts. And then when I would to because you know this guy is coming after you.
Coming after who?
You know, I'm
going to fill an application form. I'm going to put in the date of birth.
I know president only 77. Who has asked him not to be president?
But does the Constitution bar him from contesting the
77 years? Who has barred him not to be president?
Has the Constitution bar him?
How do I make which comparison? On Nuclear 77, he has what it takes to run the country.
This is out of order. How do you compare?
No, at 77, he has what it takes to run the company. A 60-year-old man doesn't have.
Public service officer.
The date of birth are outrunning. Running by months. What kind of logic is this? What kind of logic is this? The person is telling you, for several years, I have worked with this date of birth. For several years, after the 1977 record, because this guy is on your tail.
This is supposed to be the auditor.
£1 million free of charge.
Hey, please, don't do that. Don't do that. This is not factual.
This is not factual.
Don't say that. And how do you compare a president's age to that of a public service?
Why not? Why? Is it not also a public service? Is it not a public service?
It's a constitution.
Because it's our constitution. Obi arbitrary over a country and now Obi arbitrary the president was wrong. Be factual and tell him the truth. Obi is from 1977. Or the age I Juma Sarah Besi now. Was it 40 years after no? The age or 40 years ago, and now would be baby. What kind of
I would have thought.
Who's Russia audit you? Because this guy was ready to take you down.
We are off.